The fight to claim a playoff slot in the Region 4 6A football ranks is going to be exciting, much like it was last season. Harrison Central traveled to Biloxi tonight.
Last week, the Red Rebels beat previously unbeaten George County 55-6, and Biloxi was beaten by D'Iberville 35-17.
Tonight, Harrison Central came out with the win over Biloxi.
Dave Ryan joins us in studio, and Harrison Central, week by week, the past couple weeks, we knew that they were a good team. It was just a matter of putting it all together and getting that second half figured out. At this point, how dangerous is Harrison Central?
Well, like you said, they had to get the second half figured out, and I really think they've got that now. The first half tonight was all defense. You could see them running the ball, but there was not any turnovers, not any takeaways, and no one was really making gains. Now, the problem here with Biloxi tonight, I heard Coach Hall in an interview before the game talk about his offensive line and talk about it. They've only got 2 seniors on that offensive line, so they've got a lot of inexperience there that they're learning, they're growing. But a lot of those guys tonight, they ran it up the middle, and running it up the middle with an inexperienced offensive line, you're not going to get anywhere. Harrison Central, they pound, and you could see in the second half then they're going to take over the game, and they did.
Yeah, when you take a look at the teams, when they come out on the football field, I've seen Biloxi play a number of times, and those guys give a total effort. Coach Hall has really instilled that. They don't quit. But the problem is when you're undersized, undermanned, eventually it takes a toll.
Well, undersized, undermanned, and again, that inexperience. Those young kids that are still learning the game, there was a lot of unnecessary penalties in the first half that killed momentum when Biloxi was starting to get drives together. They had the 40-yard drive or the 40-yard pass that set up the field goal. That field goal only happened because they got stopped on a run 3 times inside the 10-yard line. And so there's that inexperience showing when you can't get the ball in when you need to.
Yeah, we just saw that field goal that you were talking about. You were mentioning Biloxi undisciplined. What about Harrison Central? First-year head coach Casey Kane, seems like he's starting to figure things out. What about them? How are they responding and keeping their cool on the field?
Well, we see I can't say no penalties, but very few penalties tonight. The defense is strong. Michael Boyce, I saw him last week recover a fumble, take it 80 yards for a touchdown like I called back. Tonight, he busts through that line. He gets that big sack on 3rd down and to force the punt. I mean, they know where the gaps are, they know where to hit it, and they get it every time.
I think when the season kicked off and Harrison Central lost those early games, people said, well, man, Harrison Central, they may not be in the race, but guess what? Harrison Central is a contender in the Region 4 6A
I really
ranks.
think they are. 2 weeks in a row I've seen them, and both weeks I'm impressed with them. They've got a good running game, 2 really good backs. They've got a quarterback who likes to look downfield, but also knows when it's time to run. And that defense, if that defense can stay healthy and keep it together in the second half of games, I see them as a contender.
That's right. They're gaining wins and they're gaining confidence, and of course they're learning the new system, and it's working.
It really is.
Dave, appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
That will do it for this week's edition of the Friday Night Football Showdown.